What is up, viewers and trainers? Hopefully y'all are having a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, depending wherever you are, wherever it may be. It's Raging Mimikyu coming to you for the 7-star Boss Star Tera Raid Battle event. Today's battle raid will be featuring a Typhlosion with the Ghost Tera Type, and I thought one of the better Pokemon to use for this event was actually none other than a man's best friend, Houndoom. But he's asleep. Okay, well, we're gonna force him to go into battle anyway. So yeah, Typhlosion with the Ghost type. Basically, Hisuian Typhlosion, but not really. Let's just get into it. So, what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you're using Houndoom, you want to have an Intimidate ally. So like an NPC like Tauros, a Arcanine, or something like Staraptor working in this situation. If you don't have it, just reset and look for it again. In this situation, I think she has a Tauros, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Tauros, and yeah, that's good. Perfect. So, starting off, what you want to do is the Intimidate goes off from the Tauros. Really good stuff. You're just going to Snarl. You're just going to want to lower the Typhlosion's special attack. And as we can see here, because of it has Eruption and we have the ability Flash Fire, we take no damage unless it negates our ability, which it does later on down the line. Gonna set the Sunny Day now, boosting all fire type attacks. We don't care about that. The more Tauros faints in this game, the better, because then it just keeps stacking up the Intimidates. So as we're gonna see, we got a -1 special attack drop, and that did literally nothing to us because of that. And even then it wouldn't do anything because it's not very effective. So you do it 3 times, and then you Terrasilize, set up a nasty plot and an attack chair to start going with Dark Pulse. The moveset on this Typhlosion is going to be listed as the following: Sunny Day, Eruption, Earthquake, Play Rough, and Shadow Ball. In case I forgot that. Oh, that's going to hurt though. That hurts a little bit because he did negate our ability that turn. And then the Earthquake also does hurt, of course. Does not help that if Driplim does go for a Will-O-Wisp though. So I think what we're going to do here is we actually might let Houndoom faint, depending on the situation. Let's see. Do we get the Terrasilize here? Yes, we do actually. So we're going to Terrasilize, Nasty Plot. Hopefully this turn it's just going to go for another Earthquake, and then we can just live it because it's no longer super effective. Now what we have to watch out for are the Play Roughs that Typhlosion brings out. But luckily those are weaker with from 100 base power to 90 base power and have 90 accuracy, so we can hope for some misses. It's gonna go for the Earthquake. That's not gonna do too much now. So the IVs and EVs are 5 IVs, missing attack, EVs 252 on the defense, 252 on the special attack with the bold nature, so that way we can live more hits. So now we got to Terrasilize. We did set up our nasty plot. So now we're gonna go for a Dark Pulse here. I could do an attack tier, but I want to get some more HP back because we're already below half. Let's go for the Play Rough. That does kind of suck. If it lowers our attack, that's totally fine too. So we go for the Dark Pulse. How much is that doing here? That does about like a good quarter of its Terrasilize HP shield. So we're going to heal up exactly 50%, back up to 50%. And keep going for Dark Pulse here. See what Typhlosion does. It may not go for Play Rough. Yeah, it's going to go for Shadow Ball this time. It kind of like switches up its moveset. It doesn't always keep going for the same move back to back. Kind of like unlike Samurott, because Samurott would always go for like Mega Horn if it was super effective, or consecutively just go for like Aqua Cutter if you were like using Corviknight like I did in the last video. I'm gonna heal that all up. And we could probably, yeah, let's go for one more Dark Pulse and then we'll Nasty Plot. Let's see. Shadow Ball again. How much are we doing? How much is it doing? Yeah, not that much. It does like 30 damage, give or take. But yeah, overall, this is actually a really easy Tera raid boss, and Ghost Tera shards are really valuable. So if you need them, go ahead and grind up this event while you can. You have this week and you have next week on the 21st when it comes back, for the whole weekend. As for the Earthquake here, the one thing that would suck are crits. I will say that crits can sometimes suck, especially if you're like low HP and you're already in your Terrasilize state. Gonna go for Sunny Day here. That's totally fine. If it goes for Eruption, that's even better. It's a free turn. Gonna go for a Dark Pulse here, and this should break its shield. Gonna go for the Shadow Ball here. It's gonna do nothing though. Oh, of course that was a crit though. Like I mentioned crits and then it happens. Okay, that's fine. We'll still break the shield and we'll still gain a lot of HP back from that. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna catch it off guard, and then we can go for another Dark Pulse, and it should do actually like a good fourth of this current HP that he has left. Breaks its stance. It's gonna negate all effects from itself, so that kind of does suck. He's gonna go for the Eruption here. Doesn't matter though, we have Flash Fire. It is gonna hurt our allies, however. Yeah, that hurts. But hopefully Tauros faints the next turn, then we get our Intimidate stacks back in. Plus 4 Dark Pulse with Stab Tera. Okay, good damage. Heal all the way back up to full HP. And now Typhlosion's real main damage move just has to be Play Rough at this point. Earthquake. Yeah, Earthquake hurts too, but because we're no longer a fire type, then we kind of just ignore that. Look at that, we're just taking away, we're just crippling this Typhlosion. Dark Pulse again. And this is really all you have to do. Like, I only set up 2 nasty plots and it hasn't reset any of my stats, so that's fine. The one thing about Typhlosion that he doesn't have like the greatest like special attack and attack like something like Greninja. So this is a pretty fair game. That's why it sets up Sunny Day probably, just so it can do more damage with Eruption. But we're fine. We are fine. Goes for the Shadow Ball. But it doesn't matter. Even if that was a crit, that wouldn't matter. And it's pretty much gone. Goodbye. Goodbye, Typhlosion. And that took about like what, 5 minutes, give or take? Catch this here in a, let's see, I think we should catch this in a fastball. I think it matches the color scheme with its stomach and its the flames on its back or like neck area. We'll use that. If this was Hisuian Typhlosion, I'd probably just use like a Dusk Ball or something. Not a hard raid battle, actually. One of the more fun ones to do. Even Decidueye was pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, the item you also want to run is Shell Bell. I think as you probably already saw, just because you get HP back the more damage you do. And let's see, what do we get here? Large candies, yeah, money, PP ups, rare candies. Calciums are really good too, especially if you want to just sell them if you're not like BGC competitive. And a rare candy. Okay, not bad, not bad. But yeah, not that hard. But if you do need help, feel free to join our Discord, which is going to be linked in the description down below. And I'll be sure to lend you a hand and we can work on this raid battle together so you can catch the Typhlosion with the Ghost Tera. That's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully y'all have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are, wherever it may be. And I will see you all next time. Later.